One Piece. This is One Piece chapter 1155, The Rocks Pirates. Big time, big boy, lore drops left and right.
Roxanate.
Getting hit 20 lore 7. Getting knocked out.
Roxanate. Rocks Flamingo.
Roxanate. Trafal Rocks D Law.
Yes. I like that one the most.
Rocky D. Rookie.
Rocky D. Rocky.
That's prejudice.
What?
What?
Anyway, last we left off, we finally got to meet Rocks D. Zebek. He has arrived on Elbaf looking for King Harold. A long time ago when Loki was still a child. He found Loki in the underworld after he tried to commit suicide. And he is basically, looking for Harold. And Loki is like, yeah, my dad's not here. He's on expedition. And he's like, oh, so you're his son. You could get in touch with him pretty easy. And he's like, well, he's not just going to come home because I'm hurt.
You don't love me like that.
He don't love me. and Zebek and Rox is like, want to bet? And well, we could try anyway. And then he loads up his sword, and we get some information saying that Rox's sword attacks were famous for blasting everything inside, like a gigantic hammer or a cannonball. And he hits Loki in the fucking kneecap with a hockey blast from his sword. The face that Loki has. Look at this shit right now.
Ryan, you heard what he said.
What did he say?
What does the sword feel like?
Cannonball or a gigantic hammer?
Like a cannonball?
What?
Buggy ball?
Oh my god.
That's true.
That is true. Wait, you might be cooking.
Rocks might be almost as powerful as the Muggy Ball.
Sukuna can't hold that.
No, not at all.
Oh my
Look at this face, Loki. He's like, oh. That's exactly the face I'd be looking at if I just got hit in the knee. So after hitting a literal child in the knee with all his might, Zebek starts laughing. Loki's gone and gotten wounded.
He's a vohaha.
He's a vohaha guy. And we get to find out the day that Harold met Rox. We earlier heard about an incident where Harold went to the reverie. He snuck inside Mary Joie for the reverie, and he met Rox there. But here is the interesting thing. 5 kings were attacked and captured that day, on top of an admiral being murdered by Rox. We see that Rox made it as far as Emu's hideout. No one's ever done this since or before infiltrating the Chamber of Flowers where Emu lives. Emu, the only thing Emu has to say about all of this is that the lives of kings are no threat to Mu.
Like, I don't care about what you did.
You didn't do shit, bitch.
You didn't do nothing to me. You want to fight me right now?
And Zebek, Rox is like, I suppose not, but your Holy Land is in panic. We get a little shot of a lady who looks just like Gunko. Perhaps Gunko's mom?
Or Gunko herself.
Maybe Gunko herself. It's possible, to be honest. The Holy Knights could be thousands of years old for all we know. But yeah, we get to learn that Rox considers himself a worshiper of Davy Jones, which is interesting. Is seeing what comes up later. Yeah. So before Rox leaves, he tells Emu that he will be back right here because he can't do something right now. Apparently, he did not do anything more than this, as he knew he could not. So he said, "I will be back." And
yeah, he knew he wasn't winning that fight.
Yeah. He said, naturally, word of this incident never saw the light of day. And we see Harold is on fire, running around as celestial dragons are gathering left and right. wanting him as a slave. So Harold's running through the fucking through Mary Joie fully on fire, just be like, all right, fine, I'm out of here. I see that you guys don't want me around.
Fully on fire.
Yeah, everybody seems to think that he was the one who killed the admiral and attacked and captured 5 kings. On his way out, he runs into Rox, who is running the exact opposite direction. And Harold is like, this guy must be the one who did it. I'm not going to be the fucking fall guy here. And he immediately attacks Rox. Rox is able to counterattack, and they do a fucking Conqueror's hockey clash.
It makes sense that Harold would have it.
Yeah. Yeah. This clash between strangers eradicated any sign of others for 5 kilometers around. And Rox is obviously impressed by this. He's like, name yourself. And of course, Harold laughs as well. I am Harold. And and Rox tells him to aim the next blow at the town, and it'll be a good opportunity for them to escape. Rox points him to the direction of the New World, and says that he will meet him again. We then get some history about what Rox did after this incident. We get a look at his wanted poster too. It looks pretty sick. So after this incident in Mary Joie, he attacked a ship with heavenly tributes on the route to Mary Joie, and he used that money to start his life of piracy. It turns out Rox was really good at Davy backfights. And in order for you to know what Davy backfights is, you can't skip the all-important arc that is Long Ring, Long Land. Read all of One Piece.
It's not filler.
True. Yeah, you have to read it.
You must. It's important. Right here. And not only that, we find out that the entirety of the Rox Pirates seems to be gathered by Davy backfight. That means like he got Whitebeard as a prize for winning a Davy back fight. Crazy. So after a certain point, after gathering his crew, Rox finds his way to Elbaf, where he met Loki and blah, blah, blah. Loki actually is surprised to see that Harold gave a shit. And Harold is like, I know you're very strong, Loki, but you should stay away from the underworld. You're lucky you only fell from a cliff this time. There are plenty other dangers down there, son. And Loki's like, I can't believe Dad actually came back, which is, aw, the little guy. He's loved. He just has to accept the love, dude.
This 2-page spread is so sick.
Yeah, we get a 2-page spread of the entire Rox Pirates up to this point. There's Rox himself. There's a mob boss guy that we'll find out later. But in any case, this whole page is Rox trying to convince Harold to join the crew. And Harold is like, no, I'm literally a king. I can't just be a fucking pirate all of a sudden. And Rox is like, man, you guys are strong. You know, you guys are giants. You guys can destroy anything you don't like. And Harold's like, that's exactly what we're trying not to do. You know, we're trying to change ourselves and you know, like reinvent ourselves as giants. And he warns the rest of the Rox Pirates, you know, that following this man will only lead them to disaster. And we get introduced to most of them. Some of them we know. We know Shiki, who actually used to be a mobster. He is there. Stussy is there as a science robber. There was a gangster of the West Blue known as Don Marlin. Whitebeard, of course. Wang Ji is very important. Do you remember who Wang Ji is?
No.
You should, because they mention
This guy here, right here.
Yes.
You know, he looks the most interesting. What's
This is the first time we've seen him, actually, but he was mentioned before. Do you remember the Rocky Port incident? That was the event that made Law a warlord. Okay.
I know that did just happen.
It didn't happen.
I
It
mean,
happened off
they
screen. It
just
happened
talked
over the
about it.
time skip. So what had happened there was Law, Blackbeard, and Kobe all arrived on Pirate Island for different reasons. And each of them made a name for themselves, fighting Wang Ji, who was in charge of the pirate island at the time. Blackbeard defeated him in combat and took control over Pirate Island that way.
Wow, the son of his former captain.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Kobe became like a hero.
Yeah, that's when
after it.
Kobe became a captain, I believe. And Law became a warlord after taking 100 pirate hearts in that battle and delivering them to the world government. So yeah, that's Wang Shi's future role, which is very interesting.
He kind of looks like. Doesn't he look a little bit like the fucking what's his name? Mud motherfucker, swamp guy.
Oh, Caribou?
He looks a little bit like Caribou.
A little bit.
He does kind of look like.
Holy shit.
Brian, what? Is this a thing you heard on the streets?
It's something that's been mentioned, but I kind of saw it with the tongue.
What if this is Caribou's dad?
Like the tongue and the slick back hair.
But
feel like it-
why? But like, just because.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Oda does like to make people fail upward.
Well, who's this dude?
This guy we don't know. His name is Ganzui.
No, we have seen him.
Have we? Where?
Thriller Bark.
Oh, he's one of the zombies. Oh, yes. Okay.
A lot of the
What?
Rocks pirates, are on Thriller
Well,
Bark.
Captain John and Ganzui seems to be the only ones we know who are zombies on Thriller Bark.
Captain John.
He's not here yet, but you see him in future Rocks Pirates depictions.
He's always drinking.
He's always drinking, yes.
And Ganzui was there too.
Yeah,
But he wasn't a big deal.
yeah, they show them, but we didn't know they were Rocks Pirates at the time. And they only appear in like 1 or 2 panels.
Oh,
But they are part of Gecko Moria's zombie army.
but they wasn't like, I guess, a big deal. Like weren't
They didn't
big
do
deal.
anything on Thriller Bark, but they're there. So yeah, basically they're explaining this plan that Rox has. The idea is that he made a deal with the government that he would secure Pirate Island for them and full of lead and in exchange for money, but he's going to double cross them. And he's really just going to take Pirate Island for himself and become in charge of it and create a paradise for pirates, just to piss off the government. And he's hoping that Harold would join him, you know? And Harold is like, you're making an enemy of the world. It's too much to handle. And Rox is like, go ahead and doubt me. Sooner or later, someone's going to do it. There's no authority in the world that lasts forever. Let's go, Harold. If we team up, we're unstoppable. He doesn't manage to convince Harold, but we do see Loki literally getting the life breathed back into him. He's finding his purpose again. But then we get a little bit of a time skip. 4 years after Harold has rejected Rox finally went to Pirate Island and invaded it. And that's where the chapter ends, actually, is when he and his pirates are just about to attack Full of Lead. And boy, oh boy, what a fucking chapter. Josh, what did you think about One Piece chapter 1155?
Let me talk about the chapter first.
Okay.
So I probably wasn't as interested in Rox as majority of the One Piece fan base was. And I really don't understand why. But all of that changed when I started reading this story. I'm hyped. I mean, I think him being Blackbeard's dad had a lot to do with it. And the fact that Blackbeard's arguably my favorite character. So,
Really
yeah, I think so.
interesting.
At least he's my favorite villain in One Piece. Favorite non-Straw Hat, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, I know for a fact that Loki's gonna join Luffy's crew.
Mhm.
There's two, to me, the biggest sign is that the person that he looks up to wanted to be a ruler of the world. Luffy wants to be king of the pirates. He's gonna fall in line.
Mm.
He's gonna admire that about Luffy. and he's gonna have something to contribute with his snake fruit powers.
The snake.
Snake.
And he'll be the
The what?
the Yggdrasil czar.
The Yggdrasil?
Yggdrasil?
No, the snake.
Oh.
Oh, that's Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
Yeah, Yggdrasil is the world tree.
Yeah, I know. Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
J is Y.
What?
Nothing.
Because it's spelled with a J, like
Oh.
instead of a Y sound.
I have issues. So, I'm gonna be honest. This is not my RGC.
Wow.
I know.
That's impressive.
I said it was close though before. I did.
Mm.
I like this chapter a lot, but it didn't. It's not about what it didn't do. I don't want to compare it like that. Okay, this was still a hell of a chapter. I don't think we're gonna get any more story about rocks. And like, I don't think we're gonna see. What happens
That's a
on
bold
Full of Lead.
prediction.
No, we're gonna get more.
It's a bold prediction.
Because
You know what? I see where you're coming from, and I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last we see of Rocks, because this is primarily about Elbaf.
But Loki comes back, but Rox comes back and beats him up, doesn't he?
Beats up Loki?
Yeah. You don't remember that?
He does come back. Or
He does.
no, wait, hold on. Loki was still a kid back then, so it could have happened before he left Elbaf for the last time.
Oh, okay.
You know, this is still around the time where we see in that little flashback where he asked him to join the crew and Rock said no.
Okay. That makes sense.
But yeah, I don't know. I you know what? I kind of see where you're coming from, and I could see that we probably don't see Rocks again after this until, you know, the next flashback that involves him.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot more. I think it was just cool to show him, to give us a little bit of a taste.
Yeah.
And to also help the story move, to
Yeah.
help us understand Loki, what motivates him or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, I guess. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about the chapter. I know I'll have to have a lot of responses. So, Brian, what were your thoughts?
RGC.
Well, you have
That's
control.
fair.
Oh, yeah.
You're in control now.
I'm a silly guy. Hold on. I have to
It's an alphabetical order. You
No,
can
not
find the-
all of it's in alphabetical order.
Damn. I thought it uploaded that
shit.
way.
Where is it? Oh, there it is. Certified.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
I love that Davy back fights were reintroduced to the series like this. I really thought it was going to be Shanks. I really thought it was going to be Shanks who
It still could be.
because I don't know, man. I have a good feeling.
He still
That-
could do it.
Well, honestly, my opinion on it changed a little bit because I
What
was
if?
thinking, huh?
What if Blackbeard goes into a Davy back fight?
Yeah,
and that's the final battle.
That's really likely. I think that's very likely. But my thing is that like when Luffy and Shanks meet, they're gonna Davy back fight. But that changed ever since he beat the shit out of Bartolomeo. That's reasons enough for
Yeah.
Luffy to want to scrap with him. But for Davy back fights to come back and for Davy Jones to be such a prominent figure now is very interesting. And we finally know why somebody like Whitebeard was with Rocks. Because
Yeah.
like whenever I think
What the fuck is this guy doing?
yeah, whenever I think of Whitebeard and
Yeah.
him being associated with somebody like as infamous as Rocks, I'm like, this doesn't feel like something he would like just be a part of like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, or willingly jump on board. He's just such a wholesome guy.
Man.
In every interaction that we've ever seen him in. We don't see him. Yeah, we don't see him as a vicious pirate, even when in his younger days too. So it's just like, why? Why did he end up with this guy? But even then, Rocks is not at all how people kind of describe him either. Because it seemed he has like a Luffy vibe to him a little bit. Like he feels like such a free guy, like a guy who just runs around and saves people by pure coincidence.
Doesn't Blackbeard give you that vibe too, though?
Not really.
No, Blackbeard's definitely like a more selfish guy.
He's way more conniving.
He's very free, though.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he does do whatever
He's
he wants.
liberated by power. There's a difference.
Yeah.
Like Whitebeard,
You don't think that that's similar to his son?
no, I think so. Here's the thing: Blackbeard. When you see the way that he assembles his crew, he looks for the strongest person and he recruits them. With Rocks, you see him look for the strongest people and work to recruit them. Like with the Davy Back fights, he had to earn the people that he recruits. So he made this entire powerful crew like with like his own labor. You know what I mean? And like he saw the vision and he tries to recruit them. Blackbeard, I feel like it's different. Like it feels more like they're tools in his arsenal. You know what I mean? I feel like Rock sees people and like he like there's something about it. You know what I mean? It feels like he has more respect for the people that he has around him. Just based off of the vibe.
Yeah.
Like if he acknowledges your strength, he'll want you to come along and stuff. But from what we've seen so far of Rocks, I feel like he's not as bad as people made him out to be. I feel like he did something and they immediately went to kind of make him out to be worse than he is, much like what they do with Luffy. Luffy to the world is a demon like Rocks. So I think Blackbeard has like an inherent misunderstanding about who Rocks really is, in my opinion. So I think somewhere along the line he got a misunderstanding and he modeled his entire life off of a false image of his dad. And Luffy might be the true the true image of Rocks Dieselback. So we'll see. Because I don't think Luffy is as similar to Goldie Roger as people think he is.
Garp and Roger fought Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Shanks seems to think that Luffy is just like Roger. Here's the thing. I don't know. I feel like it's very interesting. We see a little bit of the dynamic between Rocks and his crew, and they do seem actually very similar to how Blackbeard conducts his. None of them are really aligned on a specific goal. They all just kind of happen to be around each other. They all seem to not give a shit about Rocks in the same way they don't really give a shit about each other on the Blackbeard crew. They all seem to be, they're like together and they're unified and they're like helping each other reach each other's goals, but it's a lot more of a selfish thing. They're only there because they won. Like Rocks won a competition. Nobody willingly joined Rocks. Everybody was there because they had no choice as per the rules of the Davy Back fight. I do agree that he does work for the crew though, but in a way so does Blackbeard. He broke into an entire prison. He broke into the most secure prison in the world to find people.
He went in there mostly for Shiryu, though.
No, he didn't. He went there specifically to go to level 6
He didn't
and
know
break
Shiryu
out.
was gonna flip.
Yeah, he found Shiryu. He was like, "You want to come?" And Shiryu was like, "Yeah."
I guess you're right.
Yeah, I think I think you're right about one thing is that Blackbeard's going about things a lot like Rocks did. He also pursued Pirate Island and he also conquered it in the same way. He also has the same aspirations for Pirate Island, is to make it kind of a paradise for pirates. Which makes me wonder what his dynamic, how he feels. Does he know Rocks is his dad? Or is he just modeling?
He does know because
It's
his
possible.
ship is named the Saber of Zebek.
Oh, I actually didn't know that. Okay, so he does know. And in that, well, my thing is that it's either he doesn't know, he's just like a big fan of the guy, or he does know and he's just kind of like following in his dad's footsteps.
He's gotta know that Rocks is his dad,
Yeah.
right?
Well, there's no like public photos of Rocks. He may know. I mean, it's entirely possible he knows. That's my question, though, and I don't know.
There's a lot of
He does go about things.
But this is what I love about One Piece is that with every reveal, there's like 5 more questions.
Yeah, it's true. Because we
and-
don't know Rocks at all. We don't know what he wants.
But based off of his vibe, I don't know. There's something. This is one more thing that I love about One Piece is like the old age of piracy feels a lot like myth. Like they're all mythological fucking beings. When we see their history and stuff, because we've heard so much about these characters for so long, and every little inkling of information that we get from them is just so fucking like grandiose and insane. Like Rocks and Roger's era feels like so fucking but every time we learn something about them, it feels so special.
Yeah. So I'm very interested in how if it's a coincidence that Blackbeard is doing this, is following the footsteps knowingly, and he's just trying to finish what his dad started, or if he's just like maybe he's just like trying to prove he can do it. I don't know. I can't wait to find out.
But those are my thoughts.
Yeah. So good. This is a great chapter. I mean, this is like Brian said. I think like getting to see Rocks here was super cool. It is about time. This is a character that's been like talked about a lot. And to learn more about him, he's like a more jacked Blackbeard. Blackbeard is not in this good shape.
Yeah.
No, hell no.
He is not like his pops.
It looks like Blackbeard is a bigger person too, like size wise, not
Yeah,
not
we don't get
weight-wise, but
Yeah, we don't get a lot of comparison in normal people height to how Blackbeard is. Blackbeard seems bigger because we have seen him scaled against Luffy, who's like average human height. And everybody on
huge.
and everybody on his crew is like
8 foot fucking 5.
it's like, I think Blackbeard's like 11 feet tall. But yeah, I mean, this is great. I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually the last we see of Zebek. The more I think about it, the more I feel like that's probably the case. We'll probably hear about him more than we see him.
I just want to see the
It might-
God Valley incident.
We won't. Not in this flashback. Unless Harold was there.
He wasn't there.
But yeah, it's so good. Such a great chapter. Seeing Loki come back to life was really nice, and seeing that that impetus for, you know, going out to sea and being a pirate. It's good for him, you know. I'm glad he's back and not throwing himself off the fucking world tree anymore.
It was such a wholesome interaction between him and Harold.
Mm-hmm.
God, that was such a cute moment.
Yeah, he didn't kill Harold for sure. I think by the time he's older, he's like, well, my dad actually loves me, you know. I don't think I would kill my dad. Yeah, I don't really have much else. I think Brian covered everything in our discussion about Rocks. This was my RGC, I guess. That's what I would say. I didn't give it.
Certified RGC. Certified
It was a close one.
RGC.
Yeah, it was close.
Super close this week, I think. I think every chapter this week has been fucking phenomenal. But man, when I'm a lore whore. You know? if One Piece is Lauren, I'm there.
He's a lore whore.
I'm Lauren.